Well, I'm back. You've seen me at my worst. No makeup, hair all wet down in my face, ready to be rolled up. I rolled it up. Still got it rolled up. So we're going to see what we can do with this hair. And I'm going to let you help me. But first, I thought I'd put on a little makeup this time. I just couldn't bear looking at myself, much less having you look at me too. So, we were talking about moisturizers, and I'm not big on a lot of cosmetics, and I don't like to spend a lot of money, and they're getting more expensive every day, and when they don't work, that's money lost. So, I forgot what I was going to say. Well, it has to do with moisturizers. Oh, that's right. I told you that for 30 years, I've been using Avon's Natura, and I thought they had discontinued it, but I checked it out on the internet, and they still sell it. So I'm going to be ordering a new supply of moisturizer from Avon. The reason being, it's worked for me for 30 years. I think I can continue with it. One reason today. My sister gave me a new jar of moisturizer. Pretty jar, I'll say that. Nice and smooth moisturizer. So I put it on my face. I thought, I'll try it. I'm going to use it today. Well, folks, I hate to tell you, my eyes are still burning from that moisturizer. And it's causing me to have the sniffles, so I may be reaching for this every now and then to stop the sniffles because my eyes are still burning. So that moisturizer goes out the door. I'll just keep on with my good old Avon. You remember when your mother and your grandmother bought Avon and they came to the door. I think some of them will still do that. And you got those little bitty tubes of lipstick samples. Oh my gosh, I just loved that. I have a dozen or more of those little samples. I wish they would make those again. And they had a certain scent in their colognes, and I can't remember what it was, but it seemed like half the women you ran into were wearing that cologne. And I don't know if they still make it or not, but it's the best they ever had. I'm going to give them credit for that. So, I'm going to take my hair down now. Get these old curlers. I've had them forever. Take them out of my hair. I thought I'd let you watch me do it. I mean, let's just start from scratch and get this job done. Now, I've never done anything like this before, so I may need some help. I've got one of my hearing aids in, and I have to be careful because when I start combing my hair, I'm liable to grab that earpiece and sling it across the room. But I hate to try to perform if I don't have my hearing aid in. I won't even know if I'm talking. That'd be pretty bad if my mouth was moving and I couldn't even hear myself. Some of you that wear hearing aids, you know what I'm talking about. They're not fun things. Never have been. And I always dreaded the day I would be wearing one because I knew that day was going to come. Because I've had ear infections growing up. Every winter my ear aches and I would have infection in my ears, and so it was just an ongoing thing. Okay. Whoa. What happened? Okay. We're getting ready to do my hair. Not sure how this is going to come out, but I'll let you watch me. I'm not good at this sort of thing, never have been. You can hear my hearing aids squealing, getting my fingers caught in these curls. So you get to watch. And sometimes when I do this, I don't even bother to use the comb. In the back, I just go up the back a little bit. Don't have to look at it, so I'm not too concerned about what my hair looks like in the back. Jan's always saying, Mom, you need to fix your hair in the back. I said, well, I can't see it, so I'm not worried about it. And anybody else that wants to complain can fix it for me. How are we doing? Doing pretty good so far, don't you think? I really need to put my glasses on, just for a second. Well, it's pretty curly, and I kind of like it that way, though. I like it a little raised on top, but this right in front is just nothing but a little bit of frizz. It doesn't want to do anything. There's not enough of it to make a curl, so I just have to push it around and hope it'll fit in somewhere. And I'm going to get the tangles out of the back of it. We're not going to look at the back. We're just going to settle for the front. Now tomorrow this will loosen up a little bit, and I'll have kind of a deep wave in my hair. Get this up here at the top. I'm not going to do much to my hair. I kind of like it. I think it looks pretty good. We'll just lift it a little bit here and there. Use my little lift here. See if that'll help. Is it coming along pretty good? Sure hope so. Now, it's cut pretty short here over the ears, so I can't pull it down. All I can do is just hope for the best. A little more up here. Try to pull it together so we don't have a lot of loose spaces, and try to hide the pink scalp. Yeah. Remember when the women wore the lavender hair? I don't see women wearing their hair lavender anymore. And I was thinking, golly Moses, someday that way I'm going to be wearing my hair. It's going to be silver and lavender. Okay, folks. This is what you see is what you get. This is it. Got my makeup on. Well, I can't say much for my makeup. But since my eyes are burning, but I did put some mascara on. I want to see. I've turned around to the big side. Whew. I don't know if you can see. Can you tell I've got mascara on? Take a close look. Well, I can see it. Can you see it? Look. I don't wear mascara much. I don't like to put it on. Because for one thing, I'm always rubbing my eyes, and I don't want that mascara all over my face. The older you get, the less makeup you want to wear. And I'm just getting downright lazy. I don't like to have to take time to put it on. So this is the best it's going to get. So you better take a close look. And look at my mascara. Look at there, those eyelashes. Now, as you get older, you don't have a lot of eyelashes anymore. I used to wear false eyelashes to parties and things. And I trimmed them down a little because I didn't like those great big ones. I got a message at the top of my screen. I'm going to take my hand and push it out of the way. There we go. It's a YouTube message somebody's sending me. Oh, and I got a lot of them today. Got a lot of them. And I just love when I open up my iPad and, whoa, there's a string of messages. Folks, I can't tell you how delightful that is. You are making my day, day after day, when I see the wonderful messages you send me. Now and then I'll get one where somebody's got a, well, I was going to say a cob up her. I better not say that. That wouldn't be nice. But I know she's had a bad day because she's not saying kind things to me. I'm sorry, but you can't be nice to me and say good things about people. I'm going to beep you right off the screen. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy each other. And we're here to pass along information and history and good jokes. I love a good joke. Haven't heard one in a while. So, anyway, I'd get that out of the way. But I wanted you to see. Now, I picked up, first I'll show you. Look at my pretty ring. See that ring? Let me take the other one off so you can just look at this one. I just love this ring, but I never get to wear it. I bought this in an antique shop at Jones Island, South Carolina. Jones Island is just about 30 miles from Charleston. There's James Island, Jones Island, Johns Island, Daniels Island. They go on and on and on. And I've been on most of those islands. So I love to go down there, love to shop, love to go to the Goodwill, the restaurants and everything. That's one of my favorite places, partly because I haven't been anyplace else. But I do like to go to South Carolina, and I was hoping to get there at least once a year. Haven't made it this year yet. So anyway, so much for that. Not too bad, is it? Okay, something's missing. My earrings. Don't have any earrings. I'm going to show you a few. Now, these aren't the ones I'll wear with this top. I haven't had this blouse on all summer. Decided the time I wore it. But I'm just going to put these on so you can see how pretty they are. They're old, vintage earrings. I've got a lot of them, but never seem to have the ones I want. Jan's got all kinds. See that? Aren't they pretty? I could wear them, I suppose, but they're a little bit dark. So I want you to see, and you can tell me which ones you like best with this blouse. Now, get a good view. There you go. Now I'm going to take these off, and we're going to try another pair. I've never worn these. Uh-oh, this one's missing the back. Well, anyway, you can see one of them. Didn't know the back was missing. Okay, we'll try another one. I'm not sure these match, but we'll give them a try. I like them. These are my green earrings. I don't wear very much green unless it's something like this. Now, see how pretty they are? Makes all the difference in being dressed up. If your hair looks nice and you've got pretty earrings with whatever you're wearing, you're dressed up. A little lipstick helps. Okay. You've seen these. I can show them to you a little closer. See how it looks. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Let's try. These are ones I made. I should have made 3 earrings at every pair that I made because I'm always losing one. Oh, those look right nice, don't they? Yeah, I could get by with those. They'd go okay. And they'd be more noticeable than the ones that are just earbobs. My mother called them earbobs. So there's that one. Okay, let's try. I think these are the ones you're gonna choose. They're so pretty. Let me get them on. This is kind of a show and tell. I like show and tell. Love to look at other people's items and their keepsakes. I believe these are the ones, don't you? Don't you think they're bright pretty? These are the ones. Got my hair done, got my makeup on. Now if I just had someplace to go. Any of you want to come by and pick me up? I think we could find a nice place to go for dinner. I wouldn't mind, I forgot the name of the restaurant. It's pretty classy. It's right at the top of the list of restaurants in America. And right down the street from me, if any of you are interested, I'll meet you at the door. How do you like that? I'm going to take it off and give you a closer look. How's that? Isn't that pretty? So I'll just keep those on while we talk. As a matter of fact, I don't remember what we were going to talk about. Oh, I will tell you this. I should be getting my new glasses this week. Can't wait. I only ordered 2 pair. I thought I better slow down because my vision might change a little bit, and the glasses won't do me any good if I can't see through them. But you've enjoyed these. I've enjoyed these. I love these. Oh, and by the way, remember I told you I was missing a little stone? Can you tell where it was? Look real close. Can you see the missing stone? Well, I'm going to take the glasses off and I'm going to show you where the missing stone is. I'm going to point to it with this, and I hope you can see it. Okay, hold on just a minute. Right above, come on, let's get this straight. Right there is where the stone's missing. And I took a little bit of red nail polish, had about 8 bottles of red nail polish. I don't know why I needed that many. Haven't used any of them. But take a closer look, real close. And right there is where I put that nail polish. I can still wear my glasses now. Nobody will notice it. Isn't that wonderful? So, what can we talk about? You know, I'm long-winded. I don't like to cut things short. I got a message from a friend of mine. He's actually the person that got me started with my storytelling. You'd love this man. I'm not even going to tell his name because I don't want him to know I'm talking about him. I went to a storytelling festival about 6 years ago, and they had open mic, and anybody want to tell a story, you've got 8 minutes. 8 minutes to tell a story. Oh, I've got lots of stories I can tell. So I stuck my hand in there. Yes, I've got a story. So there were several telling stories. And finally he got to me, and the story I told related to the place where the festival was being held. It went way back to the 1930s, and it had to do with my dad, my family, and the room we were sitting in. And I was holding their attention pretty good. Only had 8 minutes now. My 8 minutes was up, and I kept going, and he didn't stop me. It took me 11 minutes to tell my story, and he did not stop me. I learned later that he decided my story related to the history of the area, and it was worth hearing about, and he let me finish. I've been to his festivals every year, and every year I get to get up to the microphone and tell my story again. Not that story, always a new one. He's such a delightful person. And one of the stories, and it's on my YouTube channel, some of you have watched it, and you have enjoyed it, I know, because you thought it was funny. Be sure, if you haven't seen it, go to the list where it says, the pant. I don't know if it, I was wearing a pink top and black pants. You'll find it. It's a short story. And it's a pantyhose story. And it's funny. You will like it. And I got to tell that story at the Storytelling Festival one year. And fortunately, Jan put it on video, and now it's on my YouTube channel. Folks, I'm doing wonders with my YouTube channel. I can't tell you how much praise I've been getting, and everybody keeps saying my channel is topping the list. Do you know what that means to an 87-year-old woman? That suddenly she's come alive. People are noticing her. People are saying good things about her. They're talking about me. Thank you so much. The Lord has blessed me. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to keep telling my stories as long as you want to see them and want to watch. And maybe a few of them you'll remember yourself, and you can pass them on to your children and grandchildren. So, now you've seen me at my best. This is as good as it gets. And I'm going to go eat supper. And I'm going to tell you what I'm eating. I'm eating chicken noodle soup. Who liked chicken noodle soup? Never did like chicken noodle soup. But this is what I did. Sometimes the grocery store will, in their deli, they will have the roasted chickens. Well, I decided I could either buy the chicken breast in the meat department, or I could buy a roasted chicken in the deli, cost the same price. In the deli, it's already cooked, ready to eat. And that's what I buy. Sometimes I'm lucky enough that they will have some of them on sale, and I can get a whole chicken roasted for $3.50. You better believe I pick up on that. May already have one at home, but so what? I'll bring another one home, I'll take it apart, and I'll take the meat off the bone, and I'll freeze it in sections. Now, the nice thing about those roasted chickens, and I hope Kroger is watching my show, because they don't know how much I have advertised for them by shopping in their store. Somebody tell them they could be my sponsor if they wanted to be. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, You take that roasted chicken home, it's still warm. And the first thing I do is separate the leg and thigh from the rest of the chicken. I take one of those, and that's my supper. I keep the other one with the rest of the chicken. The next day, I think, okay, I'd like to have some chicken salad. So I get my chicken out, and I start taking it apart, cutting it apart, and I'm putting the waste over here and the good chicken over here, and all of it's off the bone. And I make chicken salad. I can make a big dish of chicken salad, and my chicken salad is as good as any you'll ever eat. Bragging, of course, but I can't help it if I make good chicken salad. You can too. So there I've got my chicken salad. There's 2 meals I'm taking care of. Actually, I'm taking care of more meals because that chicken salad is going to last me about 4 days, and that's going to be my lunch every day for 4 days. All right. I'm looking at those bones and the skin and all of that I put over to one side. There's still some good meat on that, you know. I'll just make some chicken noodle soup. I dump all that into my big ironstone kettle. I add some chicken broth to it. I put some celery, onions, and carrots in with it. Just that's what you do when you're making your own chicken broth. So I add that to mine, and I discovered, don't have enough broth. Reach in the refrigerator. Where's my chicken broth? I always keep cartons of that on hand. I had 3 boxes of vegetable broth. None of them been opened yet. Oh, well, let's try that. Can't hurt. So I open one up and I pour half of the container. It's quart size. I pour half of that into my kettle. We'll see what happens. I've never used vegetable broth in my chicken noodle soup before, but we'll take a chance on it. Then I go over to my little round tabletop thing where I've got all my spices, my little bottles of herbs and spices. Most of the time, my chicken noodle soup's kind of bland, and I don't like it, and I eat a little bit of it, and then I throw it away. But you got to do something with that leftover chicken. So, I have removed all of the chicken from the broth, left just the broth. But I keep some of the celery and onion and carrots. I put that right back in to the pot. And I take the loose chicken, leftover chicken, and I separate it, spread it apart. Actually, see, from the leg and the thigh, I've got some good dark meat there. And I take all that off that bone, and I put it back in the pot. Now I let that simmer a little bit, and I start reaching for my spices. Oh, this is the kind you grind. I don't remember using this before. Okay, let's just see what happened. I grind it into my broth. Can't hurt. Then I bought another spice at local grocery store. It's very, very popular little store. And I was asking the lady one day, I said, tell me, give me a good spice here that I can, all around spice. And she pulled one out and she said, this is made by one of our local farmers, and we buy our spice from him. I said, okay, I'll take it. So I reached for that little bottle. A little more spice there. Garlic, yeah, a dash or two of garlic won't hurt it. Let me see what else. Can't remember what else. Oh, I had some herbs. Those herbs, yeah. I said, I may be ruining this pot of soup, but it's going to be flavorful. I let it simmer, and in the back of the refrigerator, whoop, there's my chicken broth. I can add another container of chicken broth. And up in the top of my cabinet was a bottle of chicken base for chicken soup. Yeah. Now you think I'm crazy, don't you? But I'm going to tell you something. I added those little curly Q noodles. I didn't want those big, long, stringy noodles. They're so hard to handle. So I just got those little curly Q noodles, spiral, and I put 2 or 3 handfuls in my pot. And I let it simmer a few minutes till I figured it was done. I filled me up a bowl full of that chicken noodle soup, went in front of my iPad where I sit most of the time and eat. And I started eating that with some crackers. And I'm telling you, folks, that's the best chicken noodle soup I've ever eaten. Not because I made it, because it was just good. I couldn't believe it tasted so good, because I'm not a big chicken noodle fan in the first place. But when I get finished right here, I'm going in, and that was a small bowl I had last night. I'm going to double the size tonight and just eat it with crackers. And I may let you know later if it was as good the second time as it was the first time. Now, that's as good as I can do at giving you a recipe. You just have to do it like I do. Play it by ear, a dash here, a dash there. Maybe this will work, maybe that won't. And, of course, I had salt and pepper, too. Now, messages are still coming in. I can just sit right here and look at the top of my screen. And here's another one that says, love you, Pat. Isn't that sweet? I've got such wonderful fans, and I'm so glad you're watching me, and you're going to see me. This is as good as it gets. So watch my videos and pass them along to your friends and ask them to subscribe to Chit Chat with Granny Pat. I love you all. Thank you for watching.